So, the time I got freaking arrested. So, it's like February, like almost the end of February, and I was not 21 yet. And it's me and my two friends. I'm gonna name them Jack and Stephanie. I don't know, Jack and Stephanie. We've got plans to hang out, and we're like, dude, like, let's get freaking lit tonight. So we're all down, and so me and Stephanie comes and picks me up, and we go and get some alcohol. I'm not gonna tell you who got it because, you know, I was underage, but like, got some alcohol. We got like we got one of those boxed wines, you know, like the Franzia wines. And we had like 3 of those screwdriver ice things, you know, like the Smirnoff ice things. So like, dude, we was ready to get it, like a whole box of wine and 3 Smirnoff ices. Like, it was OV for us, dude. So we're like ready to freaking get it. And so me and Stephanie, we go and we're on our way to go pick up Jack. Well, Jack happens to be drinking a little bit before we pick him up, and we're like, whatever, not a big deal. He gets in the car and he just smells like alcohol, and we're like, great, like, this is great. Like, he's already drunk, like, we haven't even started drinking, like, what the F. So we're just like, whatever, we're just gonna get there. Now, before I keep going about what's about to happen, I need to just let you know that I live in the type of town, like, it's really small, everybody literally knows everybody, but the cops in this town literally have nothing better to do. I mean, yes, people are out here doing drugs in this town, like, it's really bad, like, there are so many other things they could be worried about, but instead, they're worried about all the freaking people that look young and that are speeding. They did get us. What am I gonna say? Like, they got us. We weren't very smart about it. We did so happen to, like, drive around with, you know, alcohol, being underage around this small town that cops are always freaking sitting, just like waiting to see people like us drive around. So that wasn't the best move on our part, but like, that's what happens, and like, lesson learned. So anyway, me and Stephanie pick Jack up. Jack's in the car. He smells a little bit like alcohol, but we're like, whatever. We're just about to get back to Stephanie's apartment so we can just like start drinking and get it going. So we drive down this really like hot road that in our, like, I say hot, I mean like every cop sits out and like looks for people to pull over. We drive down this road in my town, and we go down this highway, and there's like 2 cop cars and another car just sitting, blocking off this one part of the highway, so you have to go straight down this other freaking road, right? So we're like, great, we gotta go down this way, and this road does not have a freaking speed limit sign, okay? And whenever I say this, like, the speed limit sign is, like, all the way down the road. Like, you don't know what the freaking speed limit is until you get all the way down the road, and he pulled us over before we had freaking got to the speed limit sign, okay? It wasn't our freaking fault. I mean, it was, but it wasn't, okay? Like, we messed up, but, like, dang it, dude. Like, we didn't freaking see the speed limit sign. We didn't know where the freak it was. We didn't know how fast we were supposed to be going. Okay, like, not our freaking fault. So we're driving down this road. I think she's going probably like 55, and it's like a highway road. So like, that's the standard speed limit for a highway. You know what I'm saying? Like 55 seems reasonable. And next thing you know, like, we're driving, and we didn't hide any of this stuff. Like, we've literally got all this alcohol just sitting out in the open. So we see the lights behind us, and we realize, like, dude, we're getting pulled over. Great. So Stephanie pulls the car over, and she's in her work uniform, by the way. Literally had just gotten off work, came pick me up, and then we were going to get Jack. And pulls the car over, and we've got this bag of alcohol with this whole box of wine and these 3 Smirnoff ice screwdrivers. And he walks up with his flashlight, and of course, it's literally the very first thing that he sees. There's just that bag, that simple freaking brown bag. This isn't one of them, I swear. Okay, this is from a farmer's market. But he sees that bag with alcohol in it, and he obviously is like, roll down the window, and he's like, license and registration. And she's like, all right. And he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And she's like, no. He was like, you were going 55 and a 30. And she was like, sorry, I didn't see the speed limit sign. And like, where we got pulled over, like, you can clearly see the speed limit sign, like, right there. Like, we hadn't passed it yet. Like, we were about to pull up where the speed limit sign is that says 30 miles per hour, and we just kind of, like, hadn't seen it yet. So, yeah, she's going 55. Like, she can't, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't want to, like, say we were not supposed to be speeding, but, like, sorry, like, literally in our defense, like, we didn't know what the speed limit was. So, after he's like, you know, like, you guys were going 55 and a 30, he's like, so how old are you guys? And Stephanie's like, I'm 20, and I'm like, I'm 20, and Jack's like, I'm 18, and he's like, okay. Well, I guess you know what my next concern is. I can clearly see that there's alcohol sitting in the back seat, and none of you are old enough to have alcohol on you. So we're like, great. He's gonna take our alcohol away. But, yeah, we're just like, yeah, we were just taking it home for our mom. I really don't even remember what we said, like, what our excuse was. And he was just like, have you guys been drinking tonight? Me and Stephanie are like, no. 18-year-old Jack goes, yeah, I've been drinking. Are you serious? You've got to be kidding me. No way you just said that to the police officer, being 18 years old. I'm really just like, tonight. But, like, you don't tell the cops. So at this point, Jack has now told the police officer, yes, sir, I've been drinking tonight. And the officer is like, okay. He then walks back to his car, and we all just sit there. And we're having casual conversation as if nothing's going to happen. As if, you know, it's a good thing that Jack just told the freaking police officer that, you know, he has been drinking. Like, I mean, he thinks that, you know, like, this is going to be okay. You know, none of us are freaking out. You know, we've got this stuff in her bag. And, you know, none of us are freaking out at all. Like, for some odd reason, none of us have this gut feeling like we're about to get arrested. We have no idea that we're about to be on live freaking television, getting arrested for everybody to freaking see. So we're chilling there. And the cop comes back up, and he doesn't come back to Stephanie's door. He comes up to Jack's door and immediately is like, would you get out? And starts to breathalyze Jack. And then realizes, you know, he blew a little bit over. And then at that point asks me and Stephanie to step out of the car. And at that point, that's whenever, you know, like, my stomach fell out of my asshole and I knew, like, I'm going to jail. At this point, he's standing in front of us. He's got us all three lined up right outside of the car. We then turn and we see a lady with a camera just standing there recording us, recording everything that's going on. And I'm from a town, like I've said, like, I mean, it's small, but, like, we're literally ranked, like, the second most dangerous freaking city in Indiana, or, like, the third. I don't know what number we are now, but we're up there. And so we've got this television show called Live PD. We see the lady with the camera and then immediately realize, like, yo, not only are we getting arrested right now, we are getting arrested on live freaking television for everyone to see. And I don't want to, like, suck my own dick or anything, but, like, a lot of people know me. I am from this small town. I moved away to college. Like, there were people writing me from college asking me, yo, were you on live PD last night? Did you get arrested? Are you out of jail? What happened? So he then asks us, and he's like, at this point, you know, I'm about to search the car. Is there anything else in the car that I need to know about before I start searching? He goes, you know, if you tell me now, I can help you a little bit more, you know, like, just be honest. So then Stephanie's like, yeah, we've got marijuana in the car. And he's like, okay, you're now being arrested. Starts reading us our Miranda rights. And at that point, we see that he's got, like, 4 other cop cars. Because if anybody gets pulled over in my town, there's not just 1 to 2 cops. There is, like, 9 cops pulling up because, like, they think it's going to be some crazy drug bust whenever it's literally just people driving around with alcohol that are underage and I guess was freaking speeding. But, like, whatever, not our freaking fault. He then reads us our freaking Miranda rights, and The cops he had, you know, come up for backup. They put us in handcuffs, and we are literally just sitting there, and we're standing there, cuffs behind backs, just standing there for freaking ever as he goes through the entire freaking car, through the front seat, the back seat. It's a small car. She had a small car, but like still through the entire thing. We're just standing there in the cold, literally just standing there like this. And I'm like, dude, like, my mom's gonna kill me. Like, I'm literally in college. Like, I'm finishing up my externship to actually be able to get out there and start being a dental assistant. And I'm like thinking like I'm gonna lose. I'm not gonna be able to finish my school. I'm not gonna be able to graduate. My mom is gonna freaking kill me. Like, what's my dad gonna think? What's my stepdad gonna think? I'm gonna be in so much freaking trouble. Like, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm never gonna get a job. What am I gonna do? My life is ruined. So then I realized at this point, like, I'm looking at all the cops standing around. And of course, my freaking luck, I literally know one of the cops. Like, he went to school with my sister. He actually is the one that ends up driving me into the freaking jail. So as he goes to the car and finds all our stuff and tells us that we're being arrested for this, and puts us in the car, and he's like, you're going to jail. We're like, okay. So I get into the car with this guy that I literally know. He knows my mom, knows my sister, knows me, knows everything, doesn't say anything, doesn't act like he knows me. Like, yo, bro, could have helped me out, but like, it's fine. Like, not a big freaking deal, done and over with, lesson learned, but whatever. So we get in the car, and he's like sitting in there, and like, he was nice. Like, he moved the seat back because it's really uncomfortable. Like, I mean, if you've never been arrested, like, it is literally so uncomfortable to have your hands in handcuffs and trying to sit in like a back seat. Like, it's so uncomfortable. It's kind of like disrespectful, and I don't understand why they put people in a car like that, but they do. So like, whatever, I had to live with it. But like, he set the seat back for me, so it wasn't too bad. And, like, he gets in the car, and, like, he's auxing. Like, this man's literally, like, auxing, like, playing, like, music that I listen to while I'm on my way to jail. Literally, I'm sitting there, and the next thing you know, he literally starts playing Logic, the Suicide Hotline song. I'm literally sitting in this freaking cop car while he's playing I Don't Wanna Die, or I don't want to be alive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be alive. That's like, you know what song I'm talking about by freaking Logic. Like, I'm sorry I can't sing it. I'm sorry I literally cannot think of the words right now. But like, that's literally what song is playing right now while I'm on my way to jail. And I'm sitting here thinking like, dude, are you kidding? I really don't want to be alive right now. Like, my mom is going to kill me. My life is over. And you're playing Logic Suicide Hotline right now? Are you serious? So finally, we pull up to the jail, and they've got me and Stephanie in the same car, and they've got Jack in his own car. And we pull up to the jail, and they literally take Stephanie and Jack out of their handcuffs, but keep me in my handcuffs. I literally have to stand there. Anyway, I literally am standing there. They've got both of them out of their handcuffs. And then they start, searching all of them because, you know, they've got to search you before you can go sit in the jail cell. Make sure you don't have anything on you. And so they start searching them and everything again before they're allowed to go in. And of course, the person freaking searching us is someone I went to school with. So I'm like, who else can I see? Is this like a high school reunion right now? Like, is everyone gonna see that I got arrested? It's bad enough that I'm gonna be on live television, but how is everybody that I know or like knows of me or knows my family, how are they going to be in the middle of all of this? They're literally here for all of it. So of course she's the one that freaking searches me, and she like whispers to me, she's like, so what happened? I'm like, what happened? Like, are you kidding? Are you really asking me what happened right now? So like, of course I like tell her. I mean, yeah, I'm mad you're asking, but like, yeah, I told her. So like, I tell her, I'm like, we had weed, and like, we're underage, and we had alcohol. She's like, damn, bro. And I'm like, yeah. So then I get put in this freaking jail cell, and me and Stephanie, we got to go in the same jail cell because it was like just like the drunk tank, I guess. It was just like the overnight thing, and we get put in this, and we're in the girls' one, and Jack's in his own with all these other guys, and you know, it's just like nice little thing. We're just like back. It's not nice. Literally, it's not nice at all. It was like concrete everywhere. I sat on concrete for 20 hours, and it was the absolute worst pain of my entire life. Like, I literally don't know why people commit crimes, because I could never, ever sit in that again, let alone eat that food, drink the drinks, like nothing. I could never do that ever again. Like, I never want to ever commit another crime because of this. So we get put in this jail cell, and, you know, it's me and Stephanie, and, we're in there, and there's just like all kinds of other girls in there, and everyone's just like asking, you know, what happened. Like, I guess whenever you go into like a drunk tank or like get arrested, it's like a thing for everyone to ask what happened, and everyone to tell stories about how they got arrested and why they got arrested. So, we're sitting there, and they start telling, they're like, so what happened? And we're like, yeah, we had marijuana on us, and we're underage, and we had alcohol on us. And they're like, damn, they locked y'all up for that, blah, 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 and they're all going off. And they were like, yeah, so, like, if you guys act like that's not a crime, like, what did you guys do? We're, like, sitting in here with, like, a couple of criminals. Like, some of them, like, one of them's weed. Like, there's, like, a couple of them that's, like, weed. A couple of them that are, like, actual just, like, drug heads. Like, there's this girl that's literally, like, dope sick in there. Like, ends up, she's, like, the only person that, like, for real used the bathroom. Took a whole freaking shit in front of us. And I'm sorry to cuss, but, like, took a whole shit in front of us. Like, was throwing up, was literally dope sick. Because, like, that's what happens if you freaking start taking drugs. You literally, your body, that's why people keep taking drugs, because your body like makes you sick until you keep doing it. And that's why I will never ever try methamphetamine, friends. Like, what the fuck? So we're in this freaking drunk tank, and she's getting sick, and everyone's telling stories, and people just keep coming in, and we still haven't had a phone call or anything. We got arrested at like 9 at night, and it's probably like 1 a.m. and I still haven't been able to call my mom. Like, I'm thinking my mom has no idea I'm in here. Like, she went out for the first time in like forever. My mom literally never goes out, and she went out for the first time in forever. And I'm thinking my mom's got no idea. She thinks I'm just at Stephanie's house, and we're just chilling, doing our thing, let alone does she know I'm literally in jail right now. Like a mother's worst fear. I'm in jail right now. Ew. That was like foamy. Like, I felt like I was literally gonna throw up off that. Ugh, that was nasty. Anyway, so we're sitting in jail, and literally what's actually kind of funny about this is someone I was arrested with is one of my now best friends' mom and or stepmom, and like I actually hang out with them, and like I go over there, and like we talk about like the fact that we got arrested together, and it's kind of funny. But, like, not funny. Like, don't get arrested, kids. Not good. Anyway, so we're in this jail cell, and, like, 2 or 3 o'clock comes around, and they finally, like, give us a phone call. And I, like, call my mom, and she had just been, like, waiting for me to call, I guess. And she's like, Kaitlin? And I was like, hey, Mom. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, where are you? And she actually didn't even say, where are you? She was like, what happened? And I was like, do you know? And she was like, yeah. Her friend's daughter that she went out with watched me on live television get arrested, then called my mom to tell her, hey, Kaitlin's getting arrested. You should probably come home. Ruined my mom's night out. Like, are you serious, Kaitlin? Like, so I'm on the phone with my mom. She's like, it's okay. She was like, you're not going to be able to get out for a couple of hours. She was like, but in your bond is $250. And like, dude, I'm so poor. We don't have money to bail me out of jail. It's $250. So like, my mom's like freaking out, figuring out how she's going to do it. She's like, we've got to figure it out though. We're going to get it figured out. I'll get you out as soon as you can, I promise. And they're like, and like you hear the thing go like 1 minute left. And I'm like, great. And she's like, it's okay. She was like, just call me whenever you can. I love you. And I'm like, I love you too. I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm not mad. It's okay. She was like, just be careful in there. I'm like, okay, like, I'm sorry, Mom. Like, I didn't mean to get arrested. But, like, she's like, it's okay, Kaitlin. Just, like, don't freak out. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, I promise, like, I love you. I'm not disappointed. Like, it's going to be okay. It happens. My mom's, like, being so freaking supportive. And I'm just like, wow, like, thanks. Like, she like, bitched me out for a second. But, like, at that point, like, was, like, like, trying to calm me down. Because I think that she, like, my mom knows I got really bad anxiety. So, like, it was really nice of her to just kind of be like, it's going to be okay, Kaitlin. Like, you're going to be okay. Like, we're going to get you out of there. So, it was, like, super freaking nice for my mom to just be all nice and whatnot. I don't know. She's not always like that. And it was just cute that she was whenever I was freaking in jail. So, as time goes on in there, you know, we just try and, like, we talked about literally everything that was going on, about literally everyone that got arrested, because, you know, you don't want to talk to these people about your real life. Like, you're in jail. You're not there to make friends. You're not telling them about your whole life. You're telling them why you got arrested. You don't want them to know your whole life, obviously. But we're just trying to pass by time, and I think I was in there long enough to get through 2 meals, and I don't think I ate any of them. The first meal was like, it looked like throw up, but I think it was supposed to be like oatmeal, and then they gave us like some pineapples and some toast and this Kool-Aid or something. I don't know. It just was not freaking great at all. And then the second meal was like, I don't know. I think I had tea and a biscuit. I literally cannot remember, like tea and a biscuit and ham or something. I literally cannot remember for the life of me. But I didn't eat it. And you could tell the people that had been in jail before, because like the people that didn't eat the food, the people that were in jail and like were actually in jail and they knew they were going to be there for a while and like were hungry, they were like, I'll eat it. So like I literally was just giving my food to these people, like, here you go, like take my tray, my mom's about to bail me out, like here, have it, like I don't want you, me just like showing you guys my tattoo, it's fine, like anyway, but me just like, here you go, you can have my freaking food. Like I literally do not want it. Like I'm not eating that. Like I did drink the drink, I can't lie, and like I mean, it's not great Kool-Aid at the jail, but it's not bad. Like it's white people Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not super sweet, but like it's doable. Like I was fucking thirsty, dude. Like I was in there for a while. I needed something to drink. I was parched, okay? So time goes on, and then I try and lay down on this concrete ass freaking bench. It's literally all concrete in there. Like everything in there is concrete besides the toilet, and that's metal. Like it was so bad. Like, and it was just not cool in there. Like, dude, it was just, and we did have a blanket. They gave us a blanket, but not everybody had blankets. There I fucking go again. But not everybody had blankets to use, but like they gave us blankets, and you know, we just tried making the best of it. I think I like used my shoes. I had on moccasins, so I like used my shoes as a pillow and just like tried covering up with this freaking blanket, trying to take a nap, trying to make the time go by, because I had to stay in there, I think, for I think it was 15 hours or something like that, because I had smoked weed, so I was under the influence or something. I literally hadn't smoked weed or drank or anything, but because I had marijuana on me, that's considered, like, they don't know if I had smoked or not, so, like, I had to stay there until I was I had to stay there until I was sober. So I had to stay there for, like, 20 hours, so you gotta make time pass by. Like, I mean, you can only talk about why you got arrested for so long, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna take a while. I mean, it doesn't take that long to talk about it. It's not gonna take freaking 15 hours. So by the time we get done talking about all these things, I mean, it's not like someone's coming in every 10 minutes so you can get a new story every freaking hour, you know what I mean? But so we try and lay down on this thing. You just like can't sleep. Like they've got all the lights on. They don't turn the lights off for you to sleep. Obviously, it's cold in there. It's just like awful. But you just like got to make the best of it. So I'm like sitting in there, like learning my lesson. At that point, I just like realized I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I literally start peeling the paint off the walls, because like, I'm sorry, I'm like one of those people, like, I'm like, don't invite me to your house if your paint is like peeling off your walls, or like if you have like wallpaper and it's peeling. I am 8,000% going to peel it off of the walls, because that's what I did. I started peeling the paint off the walls. They had like the ceiling that had like little holes in it. I started counting all the holes on the ceiling. Like, I was rethinking everything in life, dude. Like, I did not know what to do. I was so freaking bored. Like, I just wanted to get out of there, and time was going by so slow. So I was doing anything I possibly could. You can't do anything. You're literally in jail. I'm so sober. Like, oh my, it was so bad. So it finally comes time to where I can get out. I think it's like 12 p.m., maybe 1 or 2, maybe 12 to 2. I don't remember the exact time. But my mom is up there, and I finally get out. She bailed me out. One of her friends loaned her money. Thank you so much for that. One of her friends loaned her money to bail me out of jail. And Stephanie's mom's sitting up there waiting for it. Stephanie, her mom, and her brother's girlfriend, all just waiting for us to get out. me and Stephanie get out first, and so we're just like sitting up there and waiting for Jack to get out, and Jack's mom and sister's boyfriend are sitting up there waiting, and so we're just like telling them what happened, telling them the whole story, and then, you know, we just like end up going home. And my mom's just like, you're a freaking idiot. And I'm just like, Mom, like, I'm sorry. So then I start just like freaking out, like, what's going to happen? And she's like, it's going to be okay, Kaitlin. Like, we're going to, you know, you're just going to have to go to court and we're going to have to figure things out. Like, I don't know, you might be on probation. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to have to figure it out. So that was like a Friday that happened. Monday comes around and we've got court that Monday. And basically, we go up to the courts, and one of my very close friends, her mom actually worked at the courthouse, and her sister is actually dating the judge's son. So, like, I was, like, telling them, like, hey, like, can you try and, like, talk? Like, I don't know. So, I go to the court, and I'm, like, freaking out. Like, I literally look better than half. Like, okay, sorry, that's kind of cocky to say. But honestly, like, half the people there are not even dressed up. I've got on, like, this really nice sweater and, like, some leggings. Like, it's a big sweater, so, like, it was the type of sweater that you wear with leggings. And, like, I look really nice. I'm all dressed up. Jack has court the same day as me. He gets there. He's all dressed up. We're both just freaking out. Like, dude, our lives are ruined. What are we going to do? None of us had talked since we got arrested, by the way. Like, none of us had talked at all. We literally just didn't want to talk about it. We didn't know what to do. Like, we thought our lives were over. So that Monday comes around, and I don't go to my externship because I've got court, obviously. And I don't tell them why I don't come. I just kind of say that I'm sick and I just made up an excuse or something. And I go to court, and I'm, like, sitting there just, like, crying. Like, I literally can't help. I'm standing before this judge, and I'm just, like, crying. And I cannot help at all that I'm crying. And he's just, like, blah, blah, blah. And I had no idea what I was supposed to do. And I, like, told him, you know, like, I plead not guilty or something like that. I guess that's what I was supposed to do. And so I told him that, and he was like, all right, you're just going to have to talk to a prosecutor, and you could probably put up for diversion. And I was like, what the hell is diversion? Like, what is that? And I guess diversion, for people that are first offense, diversion is a thing where you just, like, go on it for a year, and if you stay out of trouble for a year, then everything gets completely wiped off of your record. And at the time, I had no idea what that was, so I'm thinking, like, oh, God, great. Like, this is going to stay with me forever. I don't know what the hell this is. All right, we're back, new scene. I had to stop recording for a freaking second because my freaking stepdad came in and he embarrassed me. And I don't like recording whenever my stepdad's in there because I feel like he freaking judges me. Like I do. Like I feel like that he just like full blown is like, you're an idiot. And like, and it's like, just stop recording. So like I do stop recording if he comes in the garage. So here we are. Any freaking way, that's like the end of the story. Like I got put on diversion. I ended up I was able to freaking graduate college. I'm able to still get jobs. And I did learn some lessons. I learned don't drive around with alcohol in the car. Don't drive around with marijuana in the car. Don't drink if you're underage. I don't know what else I learned.
Don't do drugs.
Don't.
Just generally.
Anyway, thanks for freaking watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, watch the whole video
and wash
18,000 times. Just keep watching it and watching it and watching it, and I'll see you soon.